My wife left our marriage after just 1 year and 6 months in the United Kingdom. The painful chapter of my life. Hi lovers, welcome to Foodie Sports. My wife and I met in uni. I was 3 class ahead of her. She was everything perfect, very pretty, calm and calculated, meek and gentle, and to top it all, she was a virgin. I'm from a strong Catholic background, the same as her too, and we are both from the eastern part of Nigeria. I approached her with the purest of intentions, but she told me there was a guy she was talking to, but nothing serious at that moment. She told me to be patient with her if I was seriously into her. At this point, nothing else mattered to me but her. She started dating the other guy. I was hurt, but I believed in love, and I believed from the bottom of my heart that she will be mine someday. So I never stopped taking care of her, and never did I date anyone else. I patiently waited for 2 years, and during this time I was busy building myself to prove that I can take care of her. I started working with Fidelity Bank, got my first car, and rented a very nice apartment. Things got a lot better, and because we were just friends at that time, she knew all my success story. Eventually, she broke off things with the other guy. The ex was really hot. His persistent begging made me to feel pity for him. But on the other hand, I felt that that's the universe way of blessing me after waiting for so long. Few months after her breakup, we started dating. I practically worshipped the ground she walked on. I went all out for her and assisted with her final year bills. I sponsored her for some professional courses, got her first job, apartment, and placed her on monthly allowance, etc. I raised her standards so high that she was unreachable for other guys. I made sure she didn't spend a penny on anything, and if she eventually did, I would pay her back, and sometimes with bonus. I was crazily in love with her. Is she in love with you back? That should be the big question. At this point, I had no doubt she was mine for life. Seeing her happy was all I lived for. I started making plans for us to relocate to Canada, but every attempt proved abortive. I decided we'll go through UK, and I applied for a master's program which was approved. Before moving to the United Kingdom, we did our court wedding on a note that once we got settled, we would proceed to do our wedding as we both agreed. After 2 months of relocation to the UK, I processed our own documents to join me as my dependent. I wanted it that way because I never wanted her to go through any form of stress. Wow, intentional man. Before her arrival, I got an apartment for us and also secured a WF head job for her while I worked nights in a care home. I practically worked 6 nights in a week. I wanted 7 nights in a week, but the organization declined. I didn't care about the 20 hours for students because I knew I was leaving the country immediately after my studies. I worked to pay bills, rent, our upkeep, and my school fees, etc. While hers was for herself alone, I made sure she was comfortable, bought everything she needed, and whenever she bought anything for herself, I always make a refund. But why? Couple of months later, she started complaining on how stressful her WFH job was, which led me to secure a job with NHS for her after so many trials. She was excited, and that made me really happy. I always delete any rejection emails from the job she had previously applied before she could see them because I never wanted to see her sad in any way. Nice one. At some point, things really got rough for me. My school fees deadline was around the corner. I decided to ask my wife for an assistant and will refund her once I get paid that month. But the response she gave me made me to rethink a whole lot. I was currently studying my master's in cybersecurity, and at that time, she knew how good I was. I could literally hack into most things ethically, but I promised myself that I will never hack into her devices because I trusted everything. Don't trust women blindly. Don't trust girls blindly. Follow your instincts. If your instinct tell you to do something, do it and find out. Sometimes check your partner's phone. You might find something shocking. So I asked my wife to assist me with any amount she could afford, but she swore that she didn't have a penny. I was surprised because I never let her to use her money for anything, and whenever she did, I always did a refund. And sometimes with extra, that's the mistake you made. I started to check how much she had. Lo and behold, my wife had over £7,000. I was shocked and wondered how she could be so heartless towards me. Before now, whenever I tried to get close like foreplay or sex, she would tell me how unready she was and how she wanted to wait till our wedding night. Whenever I tried to explain that we are legally married, she would start crying, and I hate seeing her cry. If I try to kiss her sometimes and if I try to kiss her sometimes, she would act so irritated and tag it stress. At this point, it never dawn on you say she no love you right back. You have been loving yourself all along. Her attitude was gradually changing. Initially, I attributed it to stress from work, but after I found out how much she had, I was convinced she was giving excuses. I knew she owed me nothing, as everything I did for her was out of my own free will and love. I struggled to pay up my school fees, and in no time I graduated, but my wife did not attend my graduation, and she claimed she had a professional exam so she could not attend. My wife became so unbearable. When I tried to have conversation with her, she would pick fights. Hi foodie sports lovers, we will continue the story in our next video. Kindly share and like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook at foodie sports. And if you have any story to share with us, email it to us for privacy.